Hey guys, I got a cool video for you here today. I just got officially Nexon approved for being a content creator. So if you want to know how to support me, that'll be at the end of the video. I'm not going to take up your time now. And with that, let's get into 10 things you probably didn't know about the First Descendant. Real simple one right here. If you put a crystallization catalyst on your submodule, it gives you 50% more mod capacity than it otherwise would, raising your mod capacity up to 85 if you need it.
If you can connect your receive to a terminal, I'll try hacking into the
Woo, stand in the circle. Alright, now you can see the circle is going up a little bit faster than it was before. And that's it. This is probably the only bunny I've ever seen that stands in the circle, so good job, random bunny. Alright, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Here is a regular turret, doing 10,000 damage a shot. Now I'm going to overkill and place a turret. You can see it's doing almost 13,000 a shot. And my overkill is going to run out. And these guys are going to come in, and you can see it's still doing 13,000 a shot on the guys with less defense. Alright, so I'm going to show you how you can be faster than Bunny here with Blair. And it's mostly revolves around the fact that you know where these spawns are. So I'm already ahead of the curve here. I know exactly where these guys are spawning. I'm just gonna keep laying down fire. And all these guys are spawning and instantly dying. And that's faster than anybody can get to anything. And that's pretty much it. You memorize the spawn patterns and you just set everything on fire or do the same with Valby and cool it down with water. Alright, this is a biggie. Big one, huge one. Lots of people ask this question. I asked this question before I knew what the hell was going on. So let's get into skill. What the heck is it called? Skill power modifier versus skill power. Now, the biggest thing right here is when do I use which and what do they do? So, as we can see here, we have skill power. When you have a big number like this 2,760%, skill power modifier affects that number. So when I'm working with the burst damage of overkill, it has very little effect. But when I'm modifying something with a very small skill power modifier, it affects it enormously. So that should kind of give you a pretty general idea on when to use which. So for this example right here, I'm using Black Hole Epic. My burst damage is still massive. It's almost negligible how much it's been affected, but I do no continuous damage because I have skill power modifier right here, skill power modifier reductions. And there's my other one right there. So if you want to do the opposite, if you want to have a skill with a very small skill power modifier, you want to raise the skill power modifier instead of the skill power, because that's going to give you a significantly larger boost. So you can see Technician's a good way to raise skill power modifier. And where power increase is what raises the flat skill power. So if you already have a big skill power modifier, you want to use the skill power. And of course there's better ones to use for this. if you really want to maximize your damage, like maximize skill and maximize power, which is what you're going to use for your nuke builds. But that's the difference between the two. So hopefully that'll help you make some. Alright, I'm going to show you real quick here how to get the maximum cooldown reduction of 90%. Now this only works on a couple heroes, namely Valby, who honestly really doesn't need it, but most importantly Kyle mains need this. Any other character who has dimension skills, because you need this skill cooldown minus 20% for 5 seconds when using the fusion, or when using the dimension skill, I'm sorry. So this works on Valby. And it is helpful because when you're spamming cleanup, or pretty much any other dimension skill, I think she's just got the 2, yeah. You need less duration because you got the cooldown. Although I usually like a mix when I play her, but I don't have Kyle right now because I had to sell my Kyle because I'm free to play. But it's very easy. You just got the MP conversion. If you're murdering things really fast, you don't usually need that anyway. And you can always put on MP collector because it's a support tech. And multi-talented is an arcade tech. So you can kind of just do that, or whatever else you feel like doing. This is mostly for farming builds and stuff anyway. So you got MP conversion, you got your 2 focus on skills, and the nice thing about the focus on skills is you don't need a hero that you've catalyzed over and over again, because you get the full 6.1% if you haven't leveled that up at all. I believe I should have some here just to show you. I have a focus on non-attribute here that still shows the skill cooldown 6.1 with only the 19% damage, which you don't really need if you're just farming. So absolutely does work at really low levels. And of course Nimble Fingers doesn't have a specialized slot that it takes up. So it's very easy to get most of these. I believe MP Collector is a little harder to get than multi-talented, but other than that, they're all easily farmable and can get you your 90% max cooldown very easily. Alright, I'm going to show you how absolutely ridiculous the resist mods are. So there's 3 of them for each element currently. Technically there's 4, but the 4th one is pretty trash. So you got the antibody, which gives you 4600 resist of the element that you're choosing. You have maximize resist, which increases your flat number by an additional 180%, and for some strange reason reduces your max hit points by a measly 5%, which is pretty negligible. And then the conductor, which is only 29% when maxed out, so not really worth maximizing if you don't have the Kuiper shards, but the immunity to the status effect is what's important. And just to show you how kind of garbage the other one is, we're talking about this one. It's only 640 of everything, and since you're not fighting everything, you're fighting a boss, it's pretty bad. So we're rocking 22,500 resist right here, and that can go even higher if you have a, where's my electric resist one? Each piece has a different element, and I don't have them memorized. Here we go. So I'm going to throw that on, and this is going to go up to 25,500 because the number on this is not increased by any of your mods, which I think is weird. I think it should be, but whatever. Now resist doesn't apply into the melee attack, so try not to get hit by those, but look at this. Bop. It took not even 5% of my hit points, I think. I'm trying to get hit by a big laser beam. Shoot a big one. Come on. Those little ones, my HP isn't even moving. I'm almost at full. Let's see how much his big, huge attack does. Bah, almost nothing. There we go. Look at that. Almost nothing again. So, yeah, this makes bosses insanely easy. Since you're doing most of the damage with your gun anyway, like, why wouldn't you put these on? You really have no excuse to be dying during boss fights, when you can just put these on and be nearly invincible. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You've seen how effective that can be. Alright, you guys ever wonder if you're about to do an infiltration, someone's down over there, and you're like, hey, is there a Sharon over there? Should I be chilling? Well, if you open up your map, as you can see here, you can kind of look and see who's around. So I just saw a Sharon there. You know that you don't have to bring Sharon, or that you know to not just run in and start gunning. And I think that's something that not a lot of people know or even check for, especially as someone who's Sharoned quite a bit and just had people run in and be like, oh, well, I didn't know that you were doing infiltration. That's how you check. It's as simple as that. Alright guys, I'm here to show you that there's kind of a confusing thing in the game about ranges and maximum expandable ranges and distance modifiers and all that kind of stuff, so I am just going to explain this real quick and show you how it works. So we have this skill effect range booster right here, which you get from these, and we also have max expandable range as shown there. And then we have skill effect range, so it's a lot. It's very confusing. Skill effect range is the same as the skill effect range here, and your max expandable range is already including the fact that if you have no skill effect range, you're only at 100%. So 100% is going to be your 6-meter radius. So if you subtract 100 from this, 150% is our max expandable range. And we're over 150% right here, just a little bit. And our radius is shown as not triple, and really not even, it should be it should be a different number. I don't know why the math is so bonkers on this, because an extra 150% of 6 should be 15. It's really just messed up right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what the current range is. Alright, so you see the outer ring is at that third white line right there. Alright, now I gotta take this off. Now I gotta switch this to one with skill effect range. And I'm gonna plug in another range mod here. Save it. And I'm gonna do it again. And in theory, it should be past that third white line.
Let's go.
And as you can see, it's not. It's dead on, just like it was before. And if we go to info here, it shows max times 2. So it's just trust that the conflicting numbers mean that the max expandable range is really 100 less than what it says for skill effect range. On to the next one. Alright, I am a Nexon partner now, and if you love me, which I hope you do, you can go ahead, go to your social menu, click the content creator button. That's what that weird C thing is right there. And for some reason it doesn't display when I record, but it brings up a link and you can look for me. Or the significantly easier way would be to click the link that I post in this YouTube video description. And then I get money whenever you spend money, and that lets me make more awesome videos for you guys, because I love posting informational videos and builds and stuff like that to help you guys out. So with that, I'll catch you guys next video.